No. Well, I was walking down the street just having a think, but when I bumped into this Hollywood guy, he took me to his trailer and he bought me a drink, asked me to pitch to him a film I could write. Now I'm setting up a scene that he cannot believe, and he tells me that I'm sharp as a knife. But then my shitty little brother crashes onto the scene and screaming big booty bitches for life. Big booty bitches for life.
Hello, and welcome back to the drafty Justice League watchtower that is the Big Booty Pictures podcast. I'm your world's greatest detective, Bewlay, and with me is the Beau Wonder. Beau. Today, we said we were going to do Cat and Hat in the last episode because we didn't think of a thing, and we're going to stick to that for the second segment, but we're not going to do that as the actual whole thing because we didn't have an idea for it. So instead, we've got the news that this is going to start coming bi-weekly, just because it's easier to do that way. And it means we have more time to find like news and things that are happening that can affect what we're going to do for the next podcast. For example, this week, the news came out, well, I don't know if the news came out this week or last week, but the news came out anyway.
No idea.
That Justice League is getting the Snyder Cut, which, if you don't know, Justice League switched directors in 2017, and then people wouldn't stop fucking talking about, give me the Zack Snyder version, I want the Zack Snyder version, I want my Ayn Rand inspired fucking military propaganda bullshit one. So that's what we're going to get. And so...
No idea who Zack Snyder is.
Zack Snyder is the guy who directed Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, would have directed Justice League, directed Sucker Punch, the Dawn of the Dead remake, maybe? And some other stuff that's Zack Snyder-y.
So, from what I've seen of that, it weren't very good.
No.
I've seen 2 movies from that though, so...
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna create a Justice League movie of our very own. We have the most bits of paper we've had in all 3 of these episodes.
Highest chance of a paper cut.
This is the most dangerous episode we've ever done.
Ooh.
I mean, every, episode is dangerous because the outbuilding might blow over in the wind. But this is the most dangerous for our hands. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is not roll for anything. I don't know why I got that out. Is we're going to...
Make the Justice League.
We're going to make the Justice League. We're going to take in turns to take out a hero from our hero mug.
Till we get 6.
6 heroes!
The Sinister 6.
Do you want to go first? Since I go first with the scenes.
Here we go. It's the question.
The question. The Zaz question.
The Zaz question.
The question is, he's a detective guy that wears a mask that makes him look like he has no face. And we say the Zaz question because there's 2 of them. One's a man, one's a lady. We got the man one. So that's one character in the Justice League.
I suggested putting them in there, but I do not know much about the question.
Hawkman.
Hawkman. This is a great team so far.
Hawkman's a guy from Egypt.
No idea. He dresses as a hawk. And he has wings.
He's dressed as a hawk, he has wings.
He's got a mace.
That's all you need.
Oh, here we go. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Detective Chimp.
Oh, Jesus.
This is an amazing team.
I thought Detective Chimp was in side characters.
Oh, yeah. How did he get in there?
Put him in side characters.
How did he get in there?
Go again. You sneaky chimp.
Red
Tornado.
Tornado, which is a lot better.
Red Tornado is an android with weather powers.
Well, he just spins his
wind
legs
powers.
really fast.
Yeah. Well, no, he has wind powers, Beau.
Nah, he spins his legs really fast.
I'm going to mix these up a little bit more. Who have we got here?
Detective
Firestorm. Firestorm is a character who is a student and his professor, and they combine in a weird nuclear way to become this nuclear man who has nuclear powers. Nuke, nuke, nuke. You'll go, Beau.
Nuke.
Whoop. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop. Oh, this one's tiny. This one I can't open it. The Flash.
The Flash. Oh, finally.
That makes too much sense. I'm gonna put him in the side character.
No, it's not in the thing. In the Justice League pot. Come on, Batman. Come on, Batman. Come on, Batman. Blue Beetle. The Ted Cord Blue Beetle. He's kind of like Batman, but he's Beetle themed instead.
These all make too much sense. He's got much cooler powers.
No, not Ted Cord. Not the Ted Cord Blue Beetle.
Not the Ted Cord Blue Beetle.
I don't think so.
Oh, I haven't.
It's Jaime Reyes who can turn his hands into guns and shit. Ted Cord just is like Batman. He has like a beetle gun or something.
Just shoot beetles.
So who's this? Is that all of the Justice League? Shall we?
Better not be, because otherwise it makes too much sense.
Shall we read them out? Firestorm, The Flash, The Question, Hawkman, Red Tornado, and Blue Beetle.
I think
like
this
that.
makes too much sense as a team for me.
I like this team. This is a good team. We don't have any of the mainstays though, apart from the Flash. And now we have to pick the villain and the secondary villain. Do you want to pick the villain? Do you want to get your hand in there?
Come
rummage
on.
around, find that villain.
Captain Boomerang.
This is the main villain of the piece.
Oh, Black Adam. That makes too much
Black
sense.
Adam.
Kind of. Even though Shazam isn't on the team.
And here's the secondary villain of the piece.
Come on, Captain Boomerang.
Ocean Master. Ooh.
The sky and the sea.
This one's gonna be beefy. Okay. And now we begin.
Well, that was disappointing.
No, it was great. I'm gonna start by getting a set in. We're back in classic mode now.
Classic mode.
Fawcett City, the home of Shazam and others. Gonna roll for character number 4. I'm gonna take
4, 2.
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, we're doing it
6.
in a different way this time. So it's like, it's that number and 2 up. So this is 4 to 6. Just because that means if we get a 6, it means we can put all of the Justice League and the 2 villains in the ring. I'm gonna go with 4 though for this scene.
Okay.
I'm going to take 2 of the main peeps and 2 side characters.
Come on, Detective Jim.
We have the Flash and Red Tornado in Fawcett City
The Red Gang.
with Aqualad and Mera. Mera is Aquaman's girlfriend, by the way. You don't know if they're married in this film?
I know
Step down, boy.
I know they're married and like everything else.
But they are. I'm going to say they are married in this film. So we're in Fawcett City with 4 heroes. Okay, so the film opens with destruction. A huge tsunami.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Scene type.
Roll for the scene type. I realised we don't have like a destruction-y scene.
I guess that's large scale.
I guess we can just throw destruction into anything though, I guess.
Yeah.
Destruction can inspire battles or dialogue scenes. 3, which is base training or briefing.
That really ruined your plan, didn't it?
No, it doesn't. There's a huge tsunami, and it's destroying Fawcett City, in the like Justice League base of in the like Star Labs of Star Labs is like the sciencey shield of the DC universe. Like the organisation that they're all kind of a part of a lot of the time. Cyborg, the Flash, yeah. So they're in the Star Labs base in Fawcett City. The Flash and Red Tornado are like, holy shit, what is going on here? Why is this happening? They're trying to get hold of Aquaman and they can't. And they're like, I don't know what's going on.
Settle with the other two.
And so Aqualad and Mera, they like swim their asses into the base. And they're like, I know you're freaking out. I know this is something we should have stopped, but we couldn't. Aquaman, the king of Atlantis, he's been overthrown and locked in jail.
Oh yeah, I just remembered one of the characters.
Locked in jail by the Ocean Master, Orm, his brother. In this like uprising, and he's sending this tsunami to start wiping out the surface world, so that he can turn it and like sink it into the ocean and take it over. You gotta help us out, bros. And so Red Tornado and the Flash are like, oh shit, boy, we really gotta do something about this. And so Mera tells them that they need to go with her to come and try and rescue Aquaman. He says and then Red Tornado is like, I'm gonna stay here and try and save people and keep the tsunami away with my tornado hands. And Mera's like, cool beans. And so the three of them, Mera, Aqualad, and the Flash, head off to go to Atlantis. There we go.
Red Tornado starts spinning his hands super fast.
Oh man, he spins those hands so fast.
Is that how he creates tornado? I've always presumed he just spins his hands.
Yeah, probably, to be fair. But then there's like other like people like him that like have like fire powers. Your go!
My go! Start with the place. This is the place, right?
Yep.
Where have I got?
Where has he got?
Fawcett City again.
Fawcett City again.
Time to roll the dice.
Time to roll it.
Rolling the dice. I got a 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sing with me.
Can I decide how many
That's the children's section of our podcast.
Can I decide how many characters I've got based on the first character I get?
No.
I'm going to go 2.
He's going to go 2.
I'm taking one out of there. Oh,
Red Tornado!
I can't go 1 now, I've gone 2. Side character. I could have picked a hero. Instead, I got Kilowog.
Kilowog!
Kilowog.
Kilowog is a big burly Green Lantern from another planet.
Yeah. So Red Tornado, he's in Fawcett City. He's going with his tornado hands,
That's tornado hand noise.
keeping the tsunami at bay. But it's breaking past him. It's starting to get forwards.
Okay. Wait!
Oh my god!
We did it again! How the fuck are we doing this?
I got a 3.
Fucking hell. Base training, briefing.
How is this gonna work?
I don't know.
He's still there.
He's still there, whizzing his hands around.
Yeah. But then...
You're supposed to be making it silly anyway, it doesn't matter if it works.
Yeah. But then suddenly, out of nowhere,
Da, 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 da.
Kilowog, he's coming flying down.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, Red Tornado, you gotta come with me." And Red Tornado's like, "But then the tsunami's gonna destroy this cat down and kill everyone in it." And then Kilowog's like, "Yeah, but you gotta come with me." And then Red Tornado's like, "Yeah, okay." And he just lets the tsunami just wipe out Fawcett
What the
Town.
fuck?
Let's go speak with Kilowog.
Oh my god.
So Kilowog's
no.
like,
"Oh no."
"So- "This bad guy's doing stuff. We gotta stop him." And he was like, and Red Tornado's like, "Yeah, I know. I was just stopping him." And then Kilowog leaves, and Red Tornado's just there to think about what he's done. And that's the end of the scene.
Wow.
He's just floating there really sadly. After Kilowog just left.
Linkin Park starts playing, like, what have I done? Like in the Transformers movies.
Okay, I'm gonna put Fawcett City there if you want to go to the wastes of Fawcett City. Kilowog goes in return to characters. Kilowog just like is a dumb idiot.
Kilowog's a bastard.
He's just a dumb idiot.
Well, let's see if I can sort something out with that.
That was my scene. That was really short.
What's the place? What's the place? Smallville, home of Superman.
Imagine-
Old home of Superman when he was a boy. Superman. Oh
Superman.
yeah. Where it not the big city, it's the little place in Kansas. Look at
In
the
case you
spider.
can. Whoa, that's a big boy.
We've got a spider in here. It's climbing up to the mic. It's going to sabotage
Wait.
the podcast.
Wait a second.
It's going
It
to.
was summoned by you singing the Spider-Man theme.
Oh my god, do you think it's the spider that makes Spider-Man? Bo just put his hand out. Nice
really
little,
looked like
nice,
I was-
a nice visual gag for the podcast listeners. Alright, Smallville. Roll 5, 2, 7.
It was so that our deaf viewers could figure out what was going on.
I got 5. I'm gonna go with 5 characters. 7 seems like a lot for a third scene. So that's 1. The question. 2. Red Tornado. 3. Black Adam. 4. I'm gonna pick another hero. Huntress. And 5. I'm gonna pick a returning character.
Kilowog. Oh.
Kilowog.
You just hit. Cheat.
Hey, I picked up 2 and I dropped 1, okay?
You could see both of them. But also I kind of wanted Kilowog.
Right, so. Red Tornado, oh no, fucking hell, roll for scene type.
Oh my god.
2, it's a battle, small scale. Hallelujah.
Oh, is Kilowog a good guy or a bad guy?
So what's gonna happen is, Red Tornado has just let Fawcett City be destroyed because Kilowog was like, because Kilowog told him to, basically.
You gotta come, I gotta speak to you.
And Red Tornado gets a call from his fellow Justice Leaguer the question, and he's like, "Hey, I'm in Smallville right now, and I've got some terrible news for you. Superman's dead."
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's deep.
He's like, Superman's dead. I know that, like, he explains that, like, what's been happening is the Justice League, the original Justice League, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, blah, blah, blah. Apart from the Flash, because he was, like, the youngest, like, they sort of were, like, starting to retire. Superman went to go and live on the farm again, but he still went and saved people every now and again because he can't resist it because he's Superman. He's the best guy in the world.
Is that someone screaming I hear?
Yeah, it is. And you're going to go and save him because you're good. So Superman's been killed on the farm by something. And like the Flash was like, no, I'm still gonna do the thing, and I'm gonna be the leader of the new Justice League.
The new 53.
And so the Question and the Huntress are in Smallville, investigating this murder because they're like super detectives. And Red Tornado comes down to them and he's like, guys, this is getting bad. Like, Fawcett City has been completely wiped out.
Wasn't anything to do with me.
Wasn't anything to do with me. I didn't do it. I don't know why you're blaming me. Stop looking at me like that. Oh my god, your eyes are piercing into my soul. And then he explains the whole situation, like what happened with Kilowog, and they're like, what? How did that happen? And he was like, I don't know. There was something was malfunctioning in my robot brain. And, like, I just had to obey him. It seemed like he was testing out this new thing, this new power. And they're like, what? Kilowog's gone naughty? And then Kilowog arrives, like, what's up, bitches, I've gone naughty.
I just realised it sounds like that Pokemon with the swirl, with the swirl.
Oh, yeah.
Poliwag?
Something like that. And he comes down and is like, I killed Superman, and I'm the reason Fawcett City's all destroyed. And they're like, what is going on? And he's like, I've used my Green Lantern ring to implant a chip into Red Tornado's brain that makes him do whatever I say. And then Red Tornado's eyes go green because of this Green Lantern chip in his brain. And he's like, yes, master. And then they have a fight in Smallville. The farm's getting fucked up.
That doesn't matter, Superman doesn't live there anymore.
There's a moment where, like, they're fighting and... This is silly and I'm supposed to be the serious one, but there's a moment where, I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. Kilowog picks up Superman's body and starts whacking bitches with it. And just, like, hitting people. And they're having this fight. And then
I presume it would be a very resilient body.
And then magical portal appears partway through, just as they're about to kick the shit out of Kilowog, and Black Adam comes through it. Black Adam, the villain of Shazam, he's basically Shazam but bad, and he comes out and he's like, Kilowog, stop. No, he's the one that's about to get the shit kicked out of him. He zaps lightning at the dudes, and he gets Kilowog and he's like, we don't have time to finish them off. And then he takes Kilowog and Red Tornado through the portal.
Ew. It'll be funny if we get Fawcett City though. the wastes of Fawcett City.
Yeah, man. Salmon fishing in the air, man. Right, your go, Beau.
My go, Beau.
Your go, Beau.
Go, Beau, go.
Go, Beau.
Nice. Atlantis.
Atlantis. Well, that's quite good. Got a good few people going over to Atlantis. Roll for the Caracatos. 2 or 2, 4.
I'm gonna go for 4.
You have to have at least one main character in that.
I know.
Blue Beetle. Ted called Blue Beetle, not Jaime Reyes.
I don't know much about him.
I don't know much about him, but I know he's sexy.
Red Tornado.
Hey.
Gonna pick a bad guy.
We had a very voice. Each of us contemptible. We're criticized and coerced.
Oh, Mr. Mixapatica.
Mr. Polk. He's a guy from the 5th dimension who has an impronounceable name, basically.
We are such
It's I think it's actually pronounced Mr. Mixes Spitalik.
Oh, here it is.
And he's like a super powerful being who looks like a little gnome boy, but you can defeat him by saying his name backwards.
And Mr. Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze!
I'm just gonna say something. We completely forgot to say what our big booty bitches are.
Oh, naughty us. Our big booty pitches. My big booty pitch today. If you don't know, big booty pitch is a character that we can throw into the other person's scene, replace one of their characters with this character at any point in the game. Mine is a Stan Lee-esque cameo from Burt Ward, the guy who played Robin in the original 1966 Batman TV show.
And mine is Batmite.
Batmite, who's also a character from the 5th dimension, but he's obsessed with Batman.
So, roll for scene type.
Roll for scene type. I'm in a very musical mood today. Roll again. 2. Battle. Small scale.
Ooh. So that means it's just these 4. How about a fight in Atlantis?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Atlantis is like right next to Fawcett City now. I'm just changing the geography. So Fawcett City is also there, and it's kind of like part of Atlantis now.
Okay.
Because it's been flooded.
Cool.
So it's Red Tornado and Blue Beetle. They're there, and they're like, we're coming to stop.
Red Tornado got taken through a portal.
Oh yeah. Red Tornado's a bad guy.
Yep.
Well, Blue Beetle's there.
Yeah. Also, what's happening in Atlantis at the moment is did they save Aquaman, or have they not done that yet? Are the Flash and Mirror and Aqualad still in Atlantis somewhere else?
Well, I'm gonna say Red Tornado went and stopped them.
Okay.
And now they're still in control of them. So
Are they
Blue
captured
Beetle,
then as well, along with Aquaman?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna say Blue Beetle and Mr. Freeze were there, both to get stop stuff, because Mr. Freeze is there, and Aquaman has said that he would give Mr. Freeze something to save his wife that he thinks might save his wife.
Yeah, and
but
also
Aquaman's been captured.
Okay. Yeah.
So Mr. Freeze and Blue Beetle have teamed up. Science
boys forever.
To go in there. So they're going through that. Mr. Freeze is very powerful underwater.
Yeah, I guess he is.
As he walks, just it leaves a frozen trail behind him. It's a bit awkward. So they're walking, in there. And at the gate is Red Tornado.
Hello, I am Red Tornado.
So obviously
I am at the gate.
they think he's a good guy.
Hey, I'm a good guy.
And they're like, oh hey, Red Tornado, you here to help us? And then Red Tornado's just like, he shoots at one of them,
Okay,
but
which
luckily
one?
they dodge. Blue Beetle, I presume he's the most athletic of the two.
Yeah.
And then he shoots at Red Tornado with whatever his thing is.
Mm-hmm.
And at the last second, Mr. Freeze manages to freeze him around them, but he's obviously not defeated yet. He's just frozen
Okay.
in the middle of the water. He's floating up to the surface. In a block of ice.
What, Red Tornado is?
Yeah. He's in like an iceberg now,
Okay.
but like it won't take him long to get out. And they're walking it. And behind them, they hear like maniacal laughing. And it's Mr. Mix's Piddle.
Mr. Mixer Spillick!
And he sends them to another weird place. Along with the iceberg with Red Tornado in it.
Okay.
So they're in this weird place now and they're like, what the hell? And Mr. Mix's Piddle starts fighting them for whatever reason. He doesn't say why, he just wants to fight. And like, he gets Red Tornado out of the thing, and now he's working for Mr. Mix's Piddle because he's no longer under control for a bit.
Okay.
Because Mr. Mix's Piddle can do what he wants.
Yeah, because he's from the fifth dimension.
So he's like, hey guys, I'm cool, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Die. And they have a big fight. Mr. Freeze is freezing about. Blue Beetle's
Oh yeah, what's this freeze about?
Blue Beetle's shooting
Look at
people.
me go! I'm skating along the ice on my feet.
And at the end,
Oh, my little skatey feet.
and at the end,
Hello everyone. My name is Mr. Freeze.
at the end,
You can call me Victor.
and at the end, Mr. Freeze just like says, read this, and he freezes the word. He freezes Mr. Mix's Piddleick backwards, and Mr. Mix's Piddleick just goes, reads it backwards because he's a bloody idiot.
Oh yeah, you have to get him to say his name backwards.
Yep.
I was going to say, that's really easy if you just like work out how to say his name backwards.
Yeah, so Mr. Freeze is just like, read this. And obviously, Mr. Mix's Piddleick can't resist a challenge.
Oh yeah.
So obviously he reads his name backwards and gets banished.
Amazing.
And then they shoot Red Tornado in the face.
He dead?
No.
Oh.
He's just blasted away. And they go inside to the castle.
The Castle of Atlantis.
Oh, look at this castle, Mr. Beetle.
And that's the end of the scene.
Oh, look at the pretty seahorse sculptures. Look at the shark gargoyles. Oh.
Why is Mr. Freeze so excited?
Because it's his first day as a hero, Beau. Give him a break.
Oh my god! Look, mein Gott, Mr. Beetle!
Oh dear.
Okay,
I wonder where the fishman is.
Mr. Freeze and Mr. Mix's Piddleick.
Oh, the fishman said he'd save my wife.
The Mr. Gang goes in the returning character part.
Yep. Wait.
The Mr.
Yeah.
Men! I should have had them working together.
The other Mr. Man.
Red Tornado goes in there. And so it is.
It is me, Mr. Freeze, and my friend, Mr. Mix-a-Lot.
Mr. Mix-a-Lot.
Yeah. He sang I Like Big Butts, right?
That was the end. That was that scene. That mess of a scene. Which is a good thing.
What scene are we on? I'm getting my place, but what scene are we on?
5?
Yeah, that would make sense to my brain. Gorilla City! Yes! Gorilla City is a city full of gorillas.
Well done.
There's a
Gorilla Grodd.
DC villain called Gorilla Grodd, yeah, and he
lives there.
lives there. Well, he made that place.
Yeah.
He was like,
And he's got some...
I'm a clever griller.
And there's
I've
the-
got a bunch of other clever griller mates now. Let's make a
Somehow.
city.
Yeah. And it was a good idea. It worked out quite well for him.
1
To
to 3. But I'm going to go with 1 and see what happens.
That means it has to be a main character.
I might go with 2 then, actually, just to be safe. On the safe side, you know. Blue Beetle.
Oh. Wait, he was just in Atlantis.
Time has passed.
Okay, you can decide whether or not.
Is this the villain pot?
Yeah. Do you not want Mr. Freeze or Mr. Mix's Piglet to come back?
No, I want Grodd, baby. Come on, Grodd. Mr. and Mrs. Bitlick has been banished. Surely he should be in the dead pile.
No, because he always comes back anyway. Did you actually get...
No, I got something even better.
Oh, I...
Captain Boomerang. Okay.
The main villain.
So, we got to roll for scene type.
Yep.
2 again.
That means you get to decide
Right, we've
whether...
had 2 3s and we said no. 2 2s, we'll say no. Let's give it another roll. 4. An espionage or discovery
You
scene.
get to decide whether or not the assault on Atlantis was successful.
I'm going to say that.
This also decides whether or not Mr. Freeze's wife was saved.
I'm going to say that thing ended with them rescuing... Who was locked up in there? The Flash?
The Flash,
Mirror and Aqualad.
Aqualad and Aquaman.
And Aquaman. It finishes with them rescuing the Flash, and the Flash only. Helped by the fact that he can vibrate so fast that he passes through walls. So they save the Flash, or the Flash kind of saves himself, and tries to help them in saving the others. But they don't succeed because Ocean Master is like, nah, bitch, I'm the king now. And
Did this make
they managed to escape.
Mr. Freeze very angry?
Yeah, so they managed to escape. Mr. Freeze is like, no, we need to go back for Aquaman, and they're like, we can't go back for Aquaman. If we go back for Aquaman, basically Ocean Master has said like he'll. This is tricky.
I mean, I presume.
Like, if
Mr.
we go back
Freeze-
for Aquaman, we're all gonna die. And he's like, it's worth it. I've got to save my wife. And they're like, no, Freeze, can't do it. And he gets so mad that he freezes the whole tsunami that they're next to.
It just happened.
Yeah. So the
freeze-
whole of Fawcett City is in a frozen wasteland now.
Does he freeze himself as well in it?
Yeah.
Ah.
And he also freezes Ocean Master and like the prison.
What freezes the whole of Atlantis? The whole of New Atlantis?
The whole of the bit of Atlantis that was next to Fawcett City. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Aquaman's frozen, Aqualad, Mirror, Ocean Master.
Did the Flash and manage to get out?
Yeah.
Because he's super... He can just
So
do
now-
anything with speed.
So now Blue Beetle has gone off to Gorilla City to try and recruit the Gorilla army to fight the Atlanteans with them. And they get there. He gets there, and they're all dead. All of my scenes start with all the good people that you think are going to be in a place are dead. They're all dead. All of the gorillas are dead.
Oh.
They're just gorilla bones.
Gorilla
On the floor.
Bones.
And
Gorilla
like
Bros.
all who's there is Captain Boomerang, and Captain Boomerang, let's say,
He killed all of them.
no, he was
Oh.
he was like reforming himself. To do that, he was like working in Gorilla City, helping out, being a cool dude.
He always does that.
And he was like, "Oh no, man! Oh no, mate! Blue Beetle, mate! Oh God, mate! Crikey, mate! Crikey! All the bloody grillers have gone carked." And
I don't think he really cares.
Blue Beetle's like, "What? How did this happen?" And then he's like, "Crikey, I don't know. Well, what happened was I was just here helping out the grillers, doing bounty hunting work for them, going and fighting poachers, boomeranging poachers left, right, and centre, and bonking them on the head, and going and going absolutely. It was going absolutely bonza for me. And then I heard this sound like a rumble of thunder, and out came Black Adam and Kilowog, and Red Tornado. Is Red Tornado still the bad guy?
Red Tornado. I have no idea what happened. I think Red Tornado is still in that weird in between dimensions place. He's stuck there at the moment.
Okay.
Where Mr. Mix's Piddlick was.
Okay.
He's like, what am I doing?
Okay, well, I'm going to say that Black Adam rescued him at one point.
Okay.
And he's like, and then so these three came out of nowhere, and suddenly they were just burning down the grillers, and I was like, "Why are you doing this?" And they were, and Black Adam, like, he came down to me and he said, he came real close and he was like, "If we're doing this because we know that the Justice League, the new Justice League, are gonna try and use these people to fight our army. And so we're killing them all. And he told me to tell you that, and to tell you that anything you do, they know what you're gonna do. They know. So they're always 2 steps ahead. And that the next thing they're gonna do, they said they knew about what Mr. Freeze would do, and to be worried about what that's going to happen next, because of that and the actions that you took in not saving Aquaman." And he's like, "Oh shit!" So he goes sneaking around in this espionage situation that we need to put into this scene. So those two go sneaking around Gorilla City in all the artifacts and stuff.
Is Captain Boomerang helping him?
Yeah, trying to find, and they're like dodging like booby traps and stuff.
If anyone's here, I'll boomerang him.
I'll bloody boomerang him, mate. I'll bloody get him. I'll throw it, it'll hit him, and it'll come back to me. And that's not how boomerangs actually work, but that's how it's gonna work for me.
No, it really isn't how boomerangs work.
And yeah, so they're sneaking around, they're looking for this thing, and then they see this thing that has these ancient gorilla runes on them, and it's basically says about, it's like, I tell you what it is, they've taken Grodd's helmet.
His Super Smart Boy helmet?
His Super Smart Boy helmet. And Ted Cord's like, "Oh man, that must be how they're,
Is Grodd dead, or is there just a dumb
Grodd's dead.
gorilla walking around?
Grodd's dead." They take it, they find Grodd's dead body, and it's not got his helmet on. It's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, that's Grodd!
Oh my god, that's Grodd! I've suddenly become a New Zealand Captain Boomerang.
Oh my god, that's Han Solo!
Oh my god, I'm Boba Fett. Hello. We have this running joke where when we play Battlefront 2 at the moment, that Boba Fett is actually just Han Solo's biggest fan. He doesn't want to kill him. So every time we like bump into each other as those characters, it's like, oh my god. Also, he's played by Taika Waititi for some reason. Oh my god, it's Han Solo. Hey Han Solo, I'm over here. Come here. I want to autograph my helmet. Oh my god, Han Solo's trying to kill me.
I'm really flattered, Han Solo.
Oh my god, I'm so flattered that you tried to kill me, Han Solo. What? You okay?
Yeah, I was just worried I'd spill my
You
drink.
burnt the bloody outbuilding down!
Ah!
Yeah. and he,
Anyway.
So yeah, they find out that they're using, basically, Ted Cord uses his big brains to find out that, they're using Gorilla Grodd's helmet mixed with the Kandakian magic of Black Adam
He's just got a big brain.
to
in
control
his house.
Kilowog and Red Tornado, and also to find out the future.
The way they're controlling Red Tornado has changed.
Yeah, it was all a ruse. It was all a ruse, Beau. It was all a ruse. Oh my god, it was all a ruse! It was
Red
a bloody
Tornado
ruse, mate!
Red Tornado just has LEDs in his eyes, and he can change his eye colour at will.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Will! Look at this!
Yo, Will, look at this! I can change my eye colour!
Look, pink, red, orange.
Oh my god, Will, look at my... oh my god, look at my eyes change. You okay? What was that?
God, this
Was that
is
number
such a
5?
mess. No, I think it was 7.
What?
Or was that 5?
No, I think that was 5.
that
It just
a really
went on
long
for a long
5?
time.
Oh,
'Cause we got
my
distracted.
brain has melted. Oh, where are we? We're in Star City. That's new.
Star City, home of Green
How
Arrow.
many characters have I got?
2, 2, 4. 224.
I'm gonna go 4.
He's gonna. What are you gonna go for?
I hate you. Okay, I'm getting both of these, I guess, because they were attached.
What?
Red Tornado.
Red Tornado, he's back, changing his eye colour at will.
Hey, look.
Hey, Will!
Blue Beetle, he's back.
Changing his eye colour at will.
I'm
again.
gonna go for a returning character.
Do you want this one as well? Who you drop?
No.
No.
Mr. Freeze, somehow.
Freeze!
Somehow.
Hello everyone, I've come out to the ice again!
I'm gonna go for a bad guy. Maxwell, I don't know anything
Maxwell
about
Lord, he's
Maxwell
basically,
Lord.
he's like Lex Luthor, basically.
He's gonna be there. Okay, so Blue Beetle, he's on his own.
Hell
He's
yeah.
walking along. He's like, hey, Star City, maybe I'll find Flash here because he's gone AFK.
AFK? What's
He's-
AFK?
He's not playing the game, he's just standing there.
Wait, what's happening? Sorry, I
I made
blanked
a joke about AFK because AFK is when someone's playing a game but they're not there, so they're just standing there.
out. Okay.
So
AFK.
yeah.
Hey, don't mind me, I'm AFK. Hey, watch out. That guy's AFK. Okay, who's AFK?
I was making a joke because the Flash, he's gone off radar.
Okay.
They can't find him, so Blue Beetle's gone to Star City because that's where the Flash lives, right?
No.
No. Well,
No.
who lives in Star City?
Green Arrow, I literally said this.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna go ask Green Arrow then, but Green Arrow's not there.
Okay.
What he does find there is Mr. Lord.
Yeah.
He's standing outside having a smoke because in that picture I saw of him, he was having a smoke. So,
Nice.
so he's having a smoke, standing outside, and he's like, "I knew you'd come here, Blue Beetle.
Oh, I'm a cockney, Maxwell Lord.
I'm very rich." I don't like you. I want to kill you. You should kill him. And then out round the corner comes Mr. Freeze.
How?
Like,
Oh, hello! Hello! It's so nice to see you again!
because of what happened there. My wife ran out of time. She's dead now. I've got no motive, but I want to kill you now. And so he freezes Blue Beetle.
How did he get out of the ice?
That's for you to find out later.
Okay. Okay.
But a little bit of behind the scenes.
Ooh.
I'm gonna make this plot twist before it happens so that I can decide what happens. It's not actually Mr. Freeze. It's a clone of Mr. Freeze.
We won.
And he's Freeze Blue Beetle. And then Maxwell Lord, he's like, good job. And then he walks in, and there's a room, and it's full
Of Mr. Freezes.
of red tornadoes.
Whoa!
And they're all like, what do you want, Master? And then the scene ends without having a thing that the scene was about.
Shit! Why do we keep doing that?
What? It's not my fault. You don't do it either. I just forgot, and I've done the whole scene now. So
Yeah.
start it.
Whoop. Yeah, I caught a Mr. Freeze. I was blowing in the breeze.
I caught a Mr. Freeze. Ice Age.
I caught Mr.
Freeze.
Ice
Bird.
to meet you.
Cool down. Bird.
Cool down, bird.
I can't remember any of his puns.
Why would he say bird?
Chillax.
Batman, I think you should chillax. Cool down, hit the gym with me. Let's relax, let's have a couple of beers, cold beers with the boys.
Why is he voice changing?
Because he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. We were doing the puns.
No, I know.
Like in
But
Batman
your-
and Robin.
your Arnold
like in
Schwarz-
Batman and Robin.
But your Arnold Schwarzenegger
I
voice
am the
was
governor of
changing.
California. I'm gonna make California cold. I'm gonna make it cold and freezy.
Because of all the ice.
And why do they call it the Ice Age? Because of all the ice.
Oh, hello.
What? Oh,
Hello.
you dropped. Have you dropped?
Amazo.
Amazo? We dropped Amazo on the floor.
Amazo is now
On the floor.
a main character.
No. Right. Scene 7 now. Actually, scene 7. We're in the Speed Force.
Inside the Speed
We're
Force.
inside the Speed Force, which is the
Running
force
so
that
fast.
the Flash connects to run.
Or are we in
fast.
the Strength Force?
The Strength
or the
Force?
Slow Force?
The Slow Force.
Or the Psychic?
I got 5 to 7 characters. I'm gonna go with 5 because, like, I don't want to have to explain why 7 characters are in the Speed Force. Actually, no, I'm gonna pick 7. Fuck it, because I get a higher chance of getting the Flash.
You're just gonna pick 7
Main
out of
characters.
that.
Yep. Unless I get the Flash before that. Blue Beetle. Firestorm. Red Tornado. I swear down, if I get all of them but the Flash, I'm gonna cry. Oh, Hawkman.
They're all in the...
I think I accidentally threw one of them accidentally into here. The question.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I did accidentally throw one of the dudes into here. Oh. Why did I think that? There he is.
Okay.
Oh.
No cheating.
The Flash! Yeah, baby!
Was that the 7th?
1, 2, 3,
No,
4,
that was
5,
the
6.
6th. Might as well just pick one of the 2 bad guys.
Ocean Master.
And they're all in the Speed Force.
Okay. Roll for scene type. That's a 5, baby. Dialogue scene. So basically, all these people appear in the Speed Force. The Flash is there. You said the Flash went AWOL earlier.
Yeah.
We don't know where he is, and it turns out this whole time the Flash has been the Flash has been working up the power to get all these people in the Speed Force. So it's basically, it's the whole Justice League, right?
Yeah, and Ocean Master.
Right, so he brings the whole of the Justice League into the Speed Force. And he's like, guys, what they can tell the future, and I've been working out, I'm going to do a Flash voice. Guys, they've been working out the future with the Gorilla Grodd helmet. Thanks for the information on that, Ted. Blue Beetle gives a little thumbs up.
It was
Yes.
all
Part of the plan.
Captain Boomerang.
All part of the plan. I'm Special Agent Oso.
I was just saying it was all thanks to Captain Boomerang.
He's like, and I've been away working out a way to counteract that, and I've realized that if I use the Speed Force to like, I can change their perception of the future, because I can go into the future and change the future, and then we can change it back by doing the things we were already going to do. And they're like, wow, that's such a good plan, man, let's do this. And then Ocean Master appears in the Speed Force, and they're like, what? And he's like,
He's been using the Speed Force to tell the future the whole time. He was wrong about the Gorilla Grodd mask.
yeah. He's like, oh, we've been using it. He says that. He says that, that's what he says.
The exact.
You
I've
were
been
wrong-
using the Speed Force to tell the future the whole time. I never
You were wrong about the Gorilla Grodd mask. And they're like, what? Then who was using the Gorilla Grodd mask?
Me! To tell the future!
And he was like, we were using the Gorilla Grodd mask. We were using the Gorilla Grodd mask for the mind control thing.
Oh, well, thanks for the information.
And then they're like, why are you telling us all this? And he says,
Because you're already under my control.
no,
Oh.
he says, because Black Adam, like, is refusing to unfreeze my city.
Oh, maybe the Mr. Freeze clone will do it.
Because he started creating his own army by mind controlling all of the heroes that he hasn't killed or aren't you guys, and like.
So his own him making his own army hasn't got anything to do with Maxwell Lord's mass production of red tornadoes.
Oh yeah, shit, and that as well. He's got a load of red tornadoes.
And some Mr. Freezes. It's just like
Yeah,
chess.
yeah. And then the Flash is like, how did you even get here? And he was like, bitch, I've been using the Speed Force the whole time.
I can swim so fast.
I can swim super fast. I was given the speed. I was given the speed, man.
When you did
We've
that
been
whole
doing
thing
experiments in Atlantis about the speed.
I've just been taking so much speed.
I've been snorting so much speed. Oh my god, like, it's been insane. I've been off the fucking wall, man. It's so hard to run an empire on speed. I'm so done with this. Oh god.
It's okay, he doesn't have to run an empire, it's all frozen.
And then Ocean Master just starts crying. And everyone gives him a hug.
Is he a good guy now?
He's certainly something. Yeah.
He's a drug addict. That's what he is.
That's what he is. They send him to Atlanteans Anonymous. Oh man, I think we might have to like. No.
What were you gonna
I was gonna
suggest?
say we might at this point have to start changing the bloody thing to like. I'm not trying to make it serious because it never works.
You
But I
guys
guess that's the point.
I'm just too good at my
Maybe
job.
we just don't ask who won. Like it's just like you usually win because it's easier to make something silly than it is to bring it back to being good.
Yeah.
What was that? 7, 8, baby. We got to start wrapping this up.
Yeah. I'm gonna hopefully wrap something up.
A present for Mr. Freeze. Because we
Present
love
for
him.
Blackgate Prison.
Blackgate Prison.
How many characters? 4, 2, 6. Now I'm gonna take.
That was a little bit from Les Mis, isn't it?
I'm taking one out of there. It's Maxwell Lord. That's
Maxwell
what I
Lord is
wanted.
Oh, you're kicking your bottle at me,
Sorry.
you dick.
I'm gonna take one from the main characters. Is Question.
The question.
I'm gonna take another one from the main characters. 2 more from the main characters. This is halfway there. It's
Whoa!
The Flash.
Halfway there.
Whoa! Question on a chair.
Question on a chair.
Question on a chair. Hawkman. The Flash, Hawkman, and Question.
Okay.
They're good guys. I'm gonna get the bad guy.
Boopy doopy doopy whoopy doopy.
It's Amazo.
Oh yeah, baby.
And I'm gonna get another good guy.
I just made a horrible noise with my hands.
It's the other Blue Beetle.
Jaime Rez.
The Blue Beetle isn't here. So, Maxwell Lord's using Amazo.
Oh, sorry, yes, Amazo. Do you want to explain Amazo? You explain
Amazo, he's guy with all the powers.
He's a robot.
Because he copies people's powers.
He's a robot that copies powers. He usually
He's
has
like
all the powers of the
Taskmaster.
Justice League.
He's like Taskmaster, but better.
Taskmaster is a character from Marvel Comics that copies people and is a real human. Whereas this is a robot boy.
So, Maxwell Lord, he's got Amazo. He's just making all the robot characters in DC.
Yeah.
And some Mr. Freeze clones.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Freeze. Hello, Mr. Freeze.
So Maxwell Lord, he's there. He's got Amazo. He's breaking everyone out. So obviously, the Question, Hawkman, and the Flash go there. The 3.
Wait, roll. Also,
6.
Big Booty Pitch.
Oh my god, it's a weird dream sequence.
Big Booty Pitch, definitely Big Booty Pitch.
Okay, who do you want to replace?
Replace for me, Blue Beetle.
Okay.
With Burt Ward.
So this is Maxwell Lord's dream.
Okay.
And he's there. He's like, what? Where am I? And Amazo's there and he's like, oh, I had to knock you out and take you here. So Maxwell Lord's going. He's like, okay. It's in Blackgate prison and they're like, we've got to break out these people. They'll really help you with your plan to take over, to help take over the world with all your red tornadoes. Maxwell Lord's still smoking. He's actually smoking drugs that are making him go do this.
Okay.
They put something in his cigar. And, like, so they're there, they're breaking everyone out. And suddenly, out of nowhere, Hawkman, the Flash, and the Question are like, hey, you can't do this. And he's like, what do you mean I
Lord is
can't?
naked.
Yeah.
And then he's
like,
in, and
what
then
do
he's
you
in the
mean?
locker, and then he's in school, and he's in the corridor, and he's opening his locker, and he's like, oh shit, I'm naked. And then like people are walking past him and they're staring at him, and he's like, what do I do?
And then I'm going with this, and then Burt Ward is
Yeah.
there in the corner. He goes, "Holy cow, that man's naked!"
Holy penis, Batman!
And Batman, wait, no, I can't have Batman be there. He's just saying that, and he's like, oh.
Oh, that's really
That's
sad.
actually really sad. I didn't mean
And then
that.
he just flashes up with a big old rest in peace, Adam West.
And then he gets beaten up by Amazo, Hawkman, the Flash, the Question, and Burt Ward.
Okay.
And then he wakes up.
Wow.
And he's like, what's in this cigar, man?
So now have I got to wrap this all up after that dream sequence?
Yes.
Amazing. Amazo.
Nice.
I like that we weren't in school for long, in the Blackgate prison for long. I'm going to put Amazo back in the villains one because he didn't actually turn up.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
He was at the beginning. It was like, we gotta break everyone out of him.
No, I meant as in like. He's only been in there in dreams.
Oh, yeah.
I can put him in Returning if you want. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say something for this next one.
Okay.
Batmite has to be in it.
Big booty
Big
pitch.
booty pitch!
That might actually help me.
Oh yeah, Mr. Mix's Pillick was in this.
Yeah. Right. Let's pick a place for this to all finish up. Atlantis.
Nice.
That is pretty good. Roll for caricatures. 4 to 6. I'm gonna go with 6 because we got a big boy thing happening here. Black Adam. The Question. Firestorm. Blue Beetle. Ted Cord Blue Beetle. Red Tornado.
So that's all the good guys so far.
No, we got Black Adam as well.
Oh, yeah.
Hawkman. And The Flash.
Okay, who's missing from the good guy team?
I
was...
No one. What? 1,
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've accidentally picked 7 out.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, we put the Flash away.
Okay, Flash is gone.
Right. So what is happening is...
Oh,
No,
wait,
yeah,
one of
roll.
them has to be replaced
Oh,
by...
yeah. Who do you wanna replace?
Black Adam.
Yeah, okay.
Black Adam isn't in the last scene.
Replace Black Adam with Batmite. It's a battle, small scale. Okay, so what happens is, I'm gonna say, okay.
Where's Batman?
I'm gonna cheat this a little bit. Black Adam comes down from the sky, like Atlantis has been melted again, by the Justice League and Ocean Master teaming up. And Black Adam comes down to Atlantis to like end them once and for all, or at least they think. They all get ready to fight him, and then he just like frowns, and they're like, "What? Are you gonna do anything?" And he just stares them all down and shakes his head, and then like slowly these buck teeth just start to grow out of his mouth, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And slowly he morphs into a cartoony, small little boy dressed as a Batman, and who floats around. He's like a pixie. Oh my god, it's Batmite. And he's like, "I can't believe that you guys just made a whole Justice League movie without Batman. Oh, I can't believe this.
Is he like...
I even killed Superman so that he wouldn't take the limelight. I've been trying this whole time to bring Batman out of retirement, and he just won't do it. Even with my fifth dimensional powers, I can't bring Batman out of retirement.
Is that why...
You failed me all, and now you'll all die." And then they have a big fight.
Is that why Mr. Freeze was in this story?
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. And they have like this big like fight where he's like trying to kill them all, and they're like dodging and fighting him and punching him, but it's not working. And then like the way they win the battle is because they can't defeat him because he's a bad guy from the fifth dimension. Well, he's not a bad guy, but like
He's a bit of a bad guy.
the Question finds a time to like sneak out of the battle, and he says to like Blue Beetle's like, "What are you doing? Why are you abandoning us?" And the Question's like, "Don't worry, I have a plan." And then partway through, you just see the silhouette of Batman standing upon the turrets of an Atlantis castle, and Batman's like, "Ah, Batman, you're here!" And he's like, "Yes, I had to come here to stop you. He's like, "Yeah, I had to come here to stop you. You did it, Batmite. You brought Batman out of retirement." And Batmite's like, "Yay, I've done it. Oh my god, now you've got to fight me, and you've got to win." And then Batman fights him, and Batmite basically lets him win, but in a like super cool, dramatic way. And then they all shake hands with Batmite, and he's like, "Thank you, everyone. I've had such a fun time. I'm just such a big fan of Batman. Goodbye, everybody." And then he disappears, and then the credits roll.
Was it actually Batman?
No, it was the question, dressed as
I know.
Batman.
I knew that. That's why I said that.
And that's our Justice League movie. I hope you all enjoyed that.
It's time
To
spin the DeVito. Or the DeVito, as I just said.
Yes.
As in the DeVito.
The DeVito.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, Danny! So as promised, we are putting Cat in the Hat in this.
Yeah.
Wait, no we're not. Shush.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah,
random,
shush,
it's all
shush,
random.
shush.
We have a
Random.
wheel. We
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a wheel
yeah.
here. Oh my god, it's landed on
Cat in the Hat. Let me just read out some of the other options so that we know it's real. There's Detective Pikachu,
There's American Psycho,
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Avengers Endgame,
There's all of the Avengers.
including the British TV show The Avengers.
Yep. See, it's real.
Who would you replace? Who would you cast Danny DeVito as?
This
in
might be.
the Cat in the Hat. It has to be the Cat in the Hat movie that we already have, but
Yep.
just with Danny DeVito.
Yep. It might. This might be a little bit cheating.
Okay.
But he plays both of the children.
Is he one? Is it like a Parent Trap situation, or is it like they just combine into one Danny DeVito?
He plays both of them separately.
And now for the indoor stair luge.
Okay, I present to you DeVito Fish.
He should not be here. He should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out.
Why does yours make it better?
Because Danny DeVito is great at playing small children.
Where's your proof for this, man?
Look at him. Does he not look like a small child? Does he not have that childlike wonder?
That glint in his eye.
Yeah.
That young.
He may be old, but on the inside he is young.
Okay, but what about this? Danny DeVito as a fish. And I'm saying he doesn't just voice the fish. It's like they filmed him on a green screen, dressed as a fish, and then they put him in the tank in the film. And he's just like walking around with a big fish costume. He's like,
What? Oh my God! Children! Children, stop!
you know, he's an exasperated fish dad.
But what about Danny DeVito trying to save the world from a cat? That's exactly what happens in the film. He has to save... Danny DeVito has to save Danny DeVito. Does that happen in the film?
Whoa, shit. To be fair, like the bit where she's like dangling down from the thing, that would be a heart-wrenching scene to see Danny DeVito have to rescue Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
You know what? We're shaking hands. I admit defeat. And that's all we have time for today. I hope
shorter
you-
episode.
Yeah, it is a little bit. But I think it's just because we're getting snappy. We're getting snappy at things.
Even though this was a very rambly episode.
I hope you enjoyed our chaotic Justice League episode. I'm actually quite excited for the Justice League Snyder Cut, just because I want to see what the fuck that's going to be. There's rumours it's going to be 4 hours long.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the same thing that happened to me during watching the first Justice League happened to me, which is I watched about the first quarter of it and then stopped paying attention.
Fair enough. I mean, at least this one's going to be more interesting. But yeah, we're not going to give you a teaser for what we're going to do next
Because we have
fuck
no
you.
idea.
Because fuck you. You don't deserve it.
You in specific. The
Yeah,
one listening. You right there.
You listening right now. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know what you've done. You don't deserve it. And that's also why we're taking away every other week for you.
Yeah, it's if anyone in the classroom is annoyed, blame them.
Yeah,
it's their fault.
So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in 2 weeks now, I guess.
I didn't want to have to do this.
I didn't want to have to do this, but
It's
now
your
you're all staying in for half an hour of lunch because of you, because of this one right here that's listening right now.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Smash
That.
like.
Bouton.
Oh! Subscribble.
Hit the bell!
Hit the bell. All these calls to action that you know and love. Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Squarespace.
The other websites and games are available.
No, they're not.